Welcome to Learning to Read Sumerian Lesson 8. This is the vocabulary, exercises, signs, and answer key. Please forgive my scratchy voice. I've been sick of late. The vocabulary: mashtu, goat; mashkim, administrator; may, divine power; mace, hero; mu, name, text, or year; neshtin, wine or vine; kal, rare or valuable; kaskal, road or journey; 🀭, to set on the ground or firmly ground. This is often used with respect to buildings, so to firmly establish the foundation of a building. 🀭, arm or power; 🀭angtu, to command; ����Dab5, to capture; ����gidtu, to examine, particularly with extispicy; ����ningen, to make a round trip; ����mutu, to pray; and finally ����ltu, to rejoice. The exercises for Lesson 8. 𝑎2 mu'ub do 3n, kaskala neshtin mu detu n de3n, dingeranana shu ni she3 may mu latu a, lugal a kora mu ni mu nyatu nyatu, lutu a2 dinger ra kafor ki mu ustu a. The signs for Lesson 8. Kaskal, may; b2, ustu, angtu, ku, bu, and sud. This is the answer key for the exercises in Lesson 8. Number 1, 𝑎2 mu ub do 3 n. We start with the verb. We notice that do 3 means to build, so it's a transitive verb. So we're looking for transitive markers of the agent. The be before the verbal base could tell us that this is a 𝀭mtu, singular, inanimate, which would leave the n as the object marker. So it would be it, built, me, or you. And that's a possibility as far as the form is concerned. But we look here and we see that we have 𝑎2. 𝑎2 is probably going to be our object, right? Well, how is an inanimate direct object marked? Well, it's marked with B. Right? So here we're probably looking at the object before the verbal base, which would leave this as the marker of the agent. And N, we know, is a maru, first or second person. So this would be either I will build the house, or you will build the house. Number 2, kaskal la neshtin mu datu n de3n. We begin with the verb. Datu means to pour out, so this is probably a transitive verb. We don't see anything before the verbal base. However, after the verbal base we see enden, which we know is a first common plural. And so we begin by thinking this is maru, first common plural. So we will pour out. Now we move back here. Kaskala is kaskal-a. This is the locative. So in the road. So we will pour out in the road neshtin, wine. Number 3, dinger inanna, shu ni 🀭, me mu 🀭. Begin with the verb. 🀭 means to stretch out or extend. This is a transitive verb. We see an E after the verbal base, so we begin by thinking this is a maru, third singular. So he, she will extend or hang. We look back in the rest of the sentence. We have dinger inanna, which is probably our agent here. So inanna will hang or hangs. Shu ni ����. This is shu, ani, ����. Notice that the A does not appear because it is following a vowel. Shu ni ����. So to her hand, toward her hand. So inanna hangs. We'll say for now toward her hand. The mays, or the may, singular. So this use of 🀭 here is to hang something on her hand, probably on her wrist. So she's hanging the may on her hand, on her wrist. Number 4, lugale, kora, muni, mu, 𝀭tu. Automatically, you know 𝀭tu is the maru form of ņār. So you know automatically this is maru. You don't have any other endings after it, so this is the third singular. So he will set. We look back here and we see an E, which is clearly marking the ergative. So the king will set kora, which is kora. This is the locative, in the mountain or in the foreign lands. So the king will set in the foreign lands muni, his name. So the king will establish his name in the foreign lands. Finally, number 5, 𝀭tu a2, dinger ra 𝀭4, ki mu 𝀭stu a. We begin with the verb 𝀭stu. We know that ki 𝀭stu means to firmly establish. So this is a compound verb. The E tells us this is maru, third singular. So he or she will firmly establish. We look back in the sentence and we see 𝀭2 with an ergative. So the man will firmly establish 𝀭2. Notice you see a K here, which probably tells you this is the genitive. So there's your A of the genitive, ak. So what we are seeing is 𝀭2, dinger, ak, Now we haven't covered the use of this E yet, but this much we know: the house of the god. This E is used to mark the direct object. It's called the oblique object for a compound verb. We'll talk about this in a later lesson. But that's just how they're marking the object of 𝀭2. So the man will firmly establish the house of the god.